remember when we did the show with Lord John Bentley?
I do, yeah.
And we started by doing an impression of him.
Oh, yes, marvellous.
Yes, it's not improved.
Thank you.
I thought we could do an impression of our guest today.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, but that would be difficult because we'd have to spend like 6 hours a day in the gym for a year, shave our chests and wear really tight T-shirts.
Yeah, or we could just be really lovely, really measured, really funny when required.
No.
No?
No. I tell you what we could do.
Yeah.
We could say, oh, this chair's really high up. I'm feeling dizzy.
Or
This
instead-
escalator's too fast.
Is that a ghost?
I'm finding it hard to breathe.
Oh, I can't breathe. My heart's jumping out of my chest. It's so scary. It's so scary. Oh.
Yeah, I'm on a clock here.
Or we could, have you got a return ticket?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
All right.
It's not open.
Or we could just say, he is an absolute freaking legend. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the main man, Mr. Ortis Tech.
Thank you. You know, neither you've not changed a bit.
You
the
knew
pair
that
of
was
you.
coming, though,
I knew
right?
that was coming. I thought I'd be full of emotion here, but I feel nothing.
Oh, my God.
Really?
God, that was harsh.
To be fair, I felt like that the first
I'm
day
dead
as well.
to
Why are we all wearing glasses? Oh, no, you've taken yours off.
No, but I've
you. Why
got
are we
them.
wearing glasses? Because we can't see because we're too old. Yeah.
There was a slight worry that we've all, even though you've not been around us as much,
Yeah.
we're all slowly turning into you, but you've still got hair.
I'm turning into Jace.
Yeah.
What an
In what
amazing
way-
idea. What
You've
an
got
incredibly kinky concept
You've
that
got
is.
outrageous frames,
Yeah, that's true.
and dare I say a wig.
It's not a wig.
You,
Pull my hair.
oh, easy.
Pull my hair.
Don't fart. Sniff my finger. No, this is a podcast. Otis, look at you, mate. You're shiny like an apple.
Thank you.
So ridiculously healthy. You always were. You're looking good, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to look after myself more nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
More?
Yeah.
Is that even possible?
Well, no, once upon a time, it was all like protein shakes and skinless chicken and stuff like that. But now
Is that what it was?
Yes.
You know, tell us.
Yes. That's all it was.
So blooming
Simple.
much. I thought it was lasagna.
No. No, only on a cheat day.
And foot-long subways. That's clearly why I didn't get the results.
This is taking a turn. We've only been chatting for 2 minutes. Oh.
In all seriousness, you were always the healthiest man on the Gadget Show.
I think I might have looked the healthiest, but I was eating all the burgers and chips.
But you still looked
Lots of
magnificent.
ketchup.
All right,
you.
Susie.
Are all the titles? Hello and welcome to the Gadget Show Podcast with me, Suzi Perry, him, Jason Bradbury, and him, Ortis Tech.
Good to have you with us in the house, my friend.
It is so weird but good.
Yeah.
To be here. It's odd because I genuinely felt that this triplicate wouldn't.
Those days were
Yeah,
over.
the stars
Materialise.
wouldn't align for it to happen
Yeah,
again.
I think we all thought that.
Yeah.
This is why it's so special. And it's why I think so many people out there, you watching and listening, have reacted with such warmth.
There was such a lot of love for you, Mr. Daly, because when John was on the show a couple of weeks ago, we had demands across all social media that you also came on the show.
We did.
Yeah.
Shall we read some of them out?
Yeah. Okay. So John Munn wrote, "Just need Otis and the band is back together."
I like that. Dean wrote, "Where's Otis?"
Short but sweet. Right?
Yeah, short but to the point.
Yeah, and David Kobe message, "Otis doesn't count as an OG then." Sarcastic. Perfect quad. Perfect quad.
That's
That
nice.
is.
Although I wouldn't consider myself a full OG.
It's not a definition of time.
Well,
is it? It's not defined by time, the Gadget Show OG status.
To me, the Gadget Show didn't start till we were a quad.
okay, I appreciate that because the show had been running a full 5 years before.
Had it really?
I
Yeah.
joined your merry band of outlaws. So
But we were drifting without you.
Yeah.
We were just
you were
drifting.
rudderless, weren't you?
We were.
Yeah.
I can't compete with this amount of poetic.
We were abless.
Yes, sort of just limp.
Yeah. We had no
Floating in the
core
water.
strength without him, did we?
Yeah, that's it. You nailed it.
Oh,
nailed
come
that.
on.
In fact, when you joined, I seem to remember that you were in your fittest of fit stages.
When I joined the team, first of all, I had just come out of, 8 years doing martial arts. I was cycling or running everywhere. I was incredibly fit. We had a couple of training sessions together.
We did. We had fun, didn't we?
There's a video out there of us trying to take lumps out of each other with boxing gloves on in your back garden.
Yeah, we used to train because we had a trainer, didn't we? Oh, what was his name?
Was it Trevor?
Yeah, no, Terry.
Terry.
You've just made that up.
And we did. Yeah, we used
If
to
you
do
don't
boxing
know,
and
just
all that
call somebody Trevor. All right, Trev.
Yeah,
trainer.
we'll call him Trevor. I mean, his name was Terry, but no. But anyway, it was an important part of what made the challenges, the physical challenges on the Gadget Show.
Yeah.
You know what they were, because you had a whole different group of people, different levels of fitness, bringing different things.
And I think that brought in another dimension, because you got two of you that had the same sort of levels of fitness, kind of different characteristics, but you could spar against each other. Whereas obviously before then it was me and Jason really sparring against each other, which was fine a lot of the time.
Me cutting you up, and then
You basically
You ending up
pushing
in
me off
A&E.
things for
Yeah.
having loads of stitches in my
yeah,
body.
I can now admit that was my tactic,
Thank you.
and it
I'm
worked.
so happy after all these years. That's quite
He's
cathartic
admitted
that you've admitted it.
Suze, are you okay?
But
See you, mate. Waving
sorry.
as the ambulance comes. See you, mate.
Right. So when you joined,
Yes.
what did you start with us?
Well, I tell you what the process was.
Yeah. Because you did an audition, right?
I didn't.
Oh, didn't you?
No, Mr. Campbell had left.
Dallas, yeah.
Dallas had gone.
We've had on
was,
this show.
Was going. And so I met Ewan and we had a little chat.
He's the series producer.
So impressed was he just with my banter. I'd gone up for a screen test, like an audition. He said, don't worry about that. Do you know what I mean? You're genius.
Did he have a London accent, like a Mitcham? Was it Mitcham?
I grew up in Mitcham,
Is that
South,
Mitcham
South
accent
London.
that he had?
No,
'Cause I thought he was from round here.
Yeah, I
Stratford,
can't do
isn't
that one though.
Yeah.
I've been coming up here long enough, but I can't
So
do
he-
it without really.
So he said, "Don't
insulting."
bother with that."
Yeah,
Know what I
no,
mean?
don't bother with that. I'll put a call into Roby,
He was the exec over
Commissioning
at Channel
exec
5.
over at Channel 5, and you're in. So the next day, Ewan did that, and then I went to see Roby, and then a day after that, I got a job. So it all happened really quickly.
Interesting.
I had to do an audition tape. Did you?
I did. Yeah, I did. I did. Gosh, it's annoying, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm actually quite put out about that.
Yeah, we're
You just
obviously
went
not
for a
that
cup
good.
of coffee and they give him the job.
Yeah, and also Ewan put on an accent for him as well.
Yeah, put on like a Del Boy accent.
Yeah,
No,
I think he was just trying to ingratiate himself. Like, this is a family that
Put you
you're
at
coming
ease.
into. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can trust us all. Look, I talk like you, don't I?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
What was your favourite thing that you did? Or should we start with your least favourite
I
first?
can tell you
maybe?
that I wasn't in love with outdoor shoots during winter.
I don't think anyone was.
No, but just like you all
You've
seem
never
to-
been a fan of the cold, Otis.
I can't stand the cold. I mean, even now,
And-
my hands are cold.
And can I
Yeah.
just say, early mornings wasn't your thing either. It wasn't.
Did it show?
Yeah, because you were right moody arse in the morning.
But we used to freeze. But we were frozen on several occasions, meaning we would
I nearly
literally
had
be,
hypothermia.
Yeah, but we were immersed in. I remember I'm sure it was all of us. It was definitely John Bentley. Were immersed in ice baths outdoors in somewhere like the Cairngorms or something really cold.
I got some cold ones for you. In a fridge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, in a fridge
Yeah.
with a temperature pill.
Testing tech
Testing,
clothes.
thermals.
Bluetooth internal temperature
Yep,
sensor that
yep.
you swallow like a pill.
And the other one where we went to some glacier and they told us, you've got some thermals that you're going to test out, but don't bother putting any clothes on top of the thermals. Just wear the thermals, stick your trainers on and go for a run.
Yeah, those were the things.
So when you say that you were cold, just so that everyone watching understands, we're not cold in the normal sense,
Yeah.
like you're hanging out on a shoot for a few hours, gets a bit chilly. We're talking about being immersed in cold water, in ice.
Yes.
And on
This was the thing that made the
Glaciers.
show really authentic, because if we were doing a run, we didn't just start the run and then do the end of the run. We actually had to do
the whole run.
The whole run.
all the challenges were real.
They were
because we
real.
cared about them. And let's face it, I'm always the one that's painted with being the most competitive. But to be fair,
No,
we were
all
all
were.
competitive.
Of course we were, otherwise
Yeah.
it wouldn't have worked.
No.
Because
it was
nobody
real.
would have cared enough.
Yeah.
So we did, and also we could get quite arsey with each other.
Yeah.
Because we cared and because we were championing the tech that we were wearing and we
Yeah,
wanted it to win, didn't we?
I sort of saw myself as a diplomat, peacemaker.
I think you probably...
What between us two?
Never lost it.
Possibly. I mean, the other thing that you've got to understand as well is that often the products that we're representing come with a person, and it might be their family business, and they're really, really passionate, and they really want their product to do well. And so we had a sense of responsibility, didn't we? So if you
We
had some,
did.
Well,
you know,
we never
three-wheel
wanted we never
or whatever.
wanted the tech to fail, so we always gave it.
Yeah.
We always gave it
It's
our
best
full
chance.
100. Yes, absolutely.
And I think there's also an element of when you're younger, you care more about what people think about you. So you completely trying to be 100% all of the time, whereas now you sort of don't care really as much, do
Can't
you?
be arsed.
It changes. Well, so what about your favourite shoots then?
Favourite shoots, Haunted House.
Oh, what?
Oh,
that was my favourite shoot
My
with you.
favourite shoot with Otis. Absolutely. Shall we just explain why?
Yeah. So we went to...
I was lying.
I know
Wasn't
you
my
were.
favourite.
That was your least favourite.
But go on, go on. Have fun with it.
So the idea was to build a tech haunted house, and then we brought in the girl from Atomic Kitten who was so scared. I had to talk her into doing the piece. Do you remember that?
Liz McLaren.
Liz, that's
Yes.
it. Yeah, she wouldn't do it, would she? And we had to really talk her into saying we've tricked it. It's not real, but. To do the research, and I went to London, to the London Dungeons, and somewhere in Leicester Square as well, which was the really scary one where you went round the haunted house and I was measuring your heart rate and I could see you on a TV and you absolutely lost your shit. But in the end, the cameraman's protection just wasn't enough for Otis and he fled.
Poor Otis.
He was so scared he couldn't move at one point. It was like a crumbled, trembling mess. And when we measured your heartbeat, it was off the scale,
Yeah, it
wasn't
was
it?
about 300.
And at one point, you didn't complete it. You ran out of the emergency exit because you were so terrified. I know you're going to counteract
No,
now.
no, not at all. I didn't recognise it as an emergency exit. I just saw the light and I ran towards
Saw
it
the light.
because surely death was better than what I was
Don't go into
experiencing.
the light.
No, I ran for it. Jump scares they're just not for me, mate.
Do you remember-
And still, I'm not a fan.
Was it that item that we then, because obviously we would film these items on a location, and then if the viewers and listeners remember, we'd then do links in the studio, in the Gadget Show studio.
Yeah, and we used to scare him with the links
We
as well.
got, but you were so jump scary that we got some form of cardboard thing and it flipped up on the sofa in the studio, and you jumped.
Yeah.
Having someone jump out at you when you're not expecting it, that's scary, okay? And I
Yeah.
it's here all for comedy
I'm being
effect.
silly, man.
And then you replayed it in slow motion. It's no wonder I lasted as long as I did, to be fair.
Have you lasted the longest out of everybody on the Gadget Show, though? Because obviously it's been, it's in a new format now.
Well,
You must have
it's
done.
14 years total.
Yeah, so then you have, because I was on it for 12 years.
Well, no, John.
Or maybe John.
No, it'll be John, because John.
Yeah.
John's got a year on me in the new format, and he had 5 years on me before. So John's 19. John's 19 years.
Yeah.
So he's the actual OG. you know
He's
what
the
I'm
OG.
saying?
Well,
yeah.
we know that. He's the wizard, isn't he?
Yeah. So the new format, what's it called? Better, Stronger, Faster? What's it called? I can't remember. Oh no, that was the Barnet Man. What's the new? Oh my God, what's the new title? Just get it out.
The
Come
new
on.
guys is Shop Smart, Save Money. So it's still based around tech, but what we are trying to do now is inform people of how to use tech in the best way to save money.
Yeah.
Or when it comes to purchasing tech, where is it best to spend your hard-earned
And
cash
it's
or your
more kind of
hard-saved cash?
home tech, isn't it?
Yes.
More sort of consumer home tech
Yeah.
kind of.
The energy is
More-
it's constant
more,
now.
More of a
It's
mellow
not, yes,
vibe.
It's not
yes.
wild,
Yeah, it's
like-
not wild. It's not untethered.
But it helps people.
Yes.
Yeah.
now.
No haunted houses.
No haunted houses, which is great.
No
But
wild
if you
challenges.
wanted to make the most best value for money, haunted
House.
Come Halloween, you could do
See,
that,
the
and you're
thing
a man
is,
for the job.
Yeah,
you
we
film in
could.
a house, so you could just make it haunted. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah,
it's so obvious.
It's there. I've just got to take it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Take it from me.
I
Take
can't-
it.
I can't
touch
reach.
me.
I can't,
Tou-
I can't
touch
reach.
me,
Hold on,
please.
you've had him pulling the air. You want me to touch you?
I've been trying for years. So what have you brought in for us today?
3 things that we featured on Shop Smart Save Money that have changed my life.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clear the table though to make room
it.
because I've got
Okay.
quite a lot
clear
of
it,
stuff with me.
All right.
Get a shot of this lot.
First bit of kit I've got is the air fryer. Yeah, 2 in 3 homes across America now have one. They're not all using them, but that's a different setup altogether. Now, the reason I've brought this in is because they're humongously popular. And Suzi has never eaten anything prepared in an air fryer.
I haven't. I haven't.
How?
I don't know. I do remember the Tefal ActiFry because that's when we started the Gadget Show. So it must have been 2004, 5, something like that.
Yes.
But I've never, no, because the whole concept, I keep saying, well, why? Why is it so good?
I'll tell you why. One is because they use less energy
Yep.
to cook. Mike. Yeah. Yeah.
You can move the whole arm.
I'll tell. Oh.
Please leave all of this in. Do not edit.
I don't do that many podcasts. Right. One of the first reasons is because they use less energy. So they're saving you money there.
So I haven't got to put the oven on. I get that.
But
yeah.
even at the very beginning, it was because they were using less fat. So they
Healthier.
were a healthier way of frying your food. So this is the Ninja Speedi 10-in-1 multi-cooker. It's available for £249 and our very own John Bentley has already done a review, so click the link for that. Now, what I'm preparing for you here is a special spicy something that my mum makes, but she normally does it with chicken. We've never done it with vegetables before, so I figured we'll guinea pig our way through this with you.
Great.
Yeah. So this has all been marinating since this morning.
So Otis is now putting in some marinated cauliflower.
Yes.
Into the into the air fryer.
Into the air fryer. So into the basket of the air fryer.
Yeah.
Just bring that down.
Oh yes. Bring it down.
It's got all air. So
Yeah. Shall I show you my proper squat? Look.
Go on.
Look at that. Look.
Didn't
All the way
take him
down.
long, did it?
Feet flat on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we can all do that.
I will need help up though. Right. So I'm gonna select that. Look at the switch. So this one here has a rapid cooker setting that uses steaming as well as the ActiFryer to really get food done nice and quickly. You can do some chicken portions in about 10 minutes.
So how long would that cauliflower take? Longer than that?
As I said, never done it before. So
what could possibly go wrong?
I'm gonna select air fry. Gonna select air fry. Let's do 8 minutes.
Okay. Oh, 8 minutes to do some cauliflower. That's pretty quick.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's quite solid cauliflower. So it takes.
Well, you could steam it for, in the top of a pan. Just,
I know, but we do
air fryer.
the whole thing. We're using an air
All right,
fryer.
I guess I have to wait to taste it.
Oh, it does take longer getting back up nowadays.
No, I'm open.
What's wrong with you in air fryers?
Nothing's wrong with me in air fryers.
Are you sure?
Fine with me air fryers.
Okay. I do remember now you've said that. Going back nearly 20 years, a lot of people used to say the trouble is whatever you cook in this air fryer, it all tastes the same. Whereas I'm guessing it's moved on a lot since then.
Are you talking about the herbs and spices that would have been used on a regular basis in them?
Whether you were having chips or chicken, it all ended up with this particular taste.
Okay, that's not the case now. So we prepare chicken, chips in it, done a whole roast chicken in it as well, a 2 kilo roast chicken done in 45 minutes. But that combined the pressure cooker aspect of the one that we've got. This one now comes without, or this particular model doesn't have the pressure cooker in, is much lighter, making it smaller as well so it can sit on the worktop. Because one of the challenges is people got fed up or get fed up of constantly pulling out this great big unit, putting it on the counter, it not quite looking sexy enough to stay on the counter, then putting it back down into the cupboards.
Nobody wants to put things away. No. Not kitchen gadgets. They've got to sit
Yes.
on the side and stay there. And if they're not being used, they're taking up space, aren't they?
Correct.
Right. So can you cook anything in one of these?
There is nothing you can't cook. Channel 5 have already had 4 air fryer specials.
Oh, they're obsessed with it.
And Jamie Oliver, as we record this, is in the middle of a series.
He did one last night.
He was doing cheesecake last night.
There
In
is
an
the
air
problem.
fryer?
There's your problem right there.
What, cheesecake in an air fryer?
There's why. That's why we're doing a podcast because television thinks it's okay to do a series called Jamie Oliver's Air Fryer. I mean, what is going on? Honestly,
If it's good enough for Jamie Oliver, then it's got to be good enough for all of us, surely.
I think that demonstrates very exquisitely why. It's why I don't watch television. So I'm trying to be kind. What is going on?
Well, let's not talk about the quality of certain programmes.
Having said that, I'm very invested in the outcome of this experiment.
So am I now, because I've never done cauliflower in it. So that should be interesting.
And
normally-
you didn't parboil it or anything beforehand. It's just straight in the air fryer.
Straight in.
Normally at home, I'd have a small amount of water in a pan, and then I've got it's like a kind of metal sieve thing that we put on the top.
Yes.
And I'll whack in broccoli and cauliflower and, whatever, carrots, put a lid on it, and we just use...
You're steaming it?
Yeah, we're steaming it, and it takes about 8 minutes, actually. So it's a similar
So you
time
mix
frame.
your vegetables?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, no.
We've got 3 kids, get on with it. Do you know what I mean? Let's get it done.
You cook your vegetables, you do them separately?
Yeah. Unless they're all green.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
It
No, I
really
can
is a
see- yeah,
thing.
no,
You can move on, it's fine.
I can see that's important to you.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't
tell you what I love.
I wouldn't put carrots in with anything.
You want that red cabbage, and I love it because the water goes like an amazing purple colour. I love it. It's amazing. You're like, wow, nature, look what nature has done.
Do you drink the
back
water
in the
afterwards?
day,
No,
if
no, I
you
don't.
ever
No, just
said
look at it.
things
Okay.
like, I'd love to be part of your gang, I'd love to live with you guys. Now you know why you wouldn't,
Yeah.
right? These are just little reasons
Oh,
why
no,
you
no,
wouldn't
no,
want to
it's-
live with any of us.
It's only the cooking that I let myself down on. I mean, I'd like to remind you of the time I was testing the Tefal active fryer, or one of the Tefal active fryers, and the instruction was to use a teaspoon of oil because you don't need to dip it in a deep fat fryer, and you don't need to you don't need to shallow fry it. And in my science
Pharmaceutical
fiction
head.
the oil would be aerosolized
That's the word I was looking for.
and cook everything. So I put the oil in the teaspoon and placed the teaspoon in its holder.
Well, you put the teaspoon in the machine.
It was Tefal's own.
Oh, yeah, the
teaspoon.
plastic thing. Oh, my God.
But of course, what I was meant to do was, cover the chips in the oil.
So you put the plastic spoon in the Tefal, closed the lid and turned it on?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is from our resident pharmacist.
They were different times, though, weren't they?
Hang on a minute. While we're talking about cooking, can I just turn my attentions to Lord Bradbury here, who once, while cooking for Anthony Worrell Thompson, I seem to remember.
Celebrated chef,
And he was trying to, obviously,
Impress.
Did you not do a cheese? Was it a cheesecake?
No, it was a
You
panna
did?
cotta.
Panna cotta, and you kind of mixed up a couple of ingredients, which was
Yeah.
quite a
Put salt in
impact.
instead of sugar.
It's a pretty big one, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know how sometimes you can get like a salted dessert?
Yeah, like a caramel sea
Well, no,
salt.
you really assaulted that dessert,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I
Yeah.
certainly did.
Apparently, his line was, "Jason, your panna cotta has something of the sea about it."
Fabulous.
But maybe you started all that salt thing.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's only been around.
I would have
for the
salt in
last
everything
decade.
now. They put salt in caramel.
I know.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
I like
Yeah.
that. No, I like
Do you
it.
know what I mean?
So it's given off quite a head of
Steamy.
steam, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah. It's good.
Just instantly there.
There's only a minute left. So hopefully you'll have some beautifully...
Now, let me ask you, what we like is...
Yes.
Sorry to cut you off there. What we like with our veg, don't know what you think about this, Susie, a little bit of crunch.
Little bit of crunch.
Yeah? You don't
Not
want it
too much
soft.
crunch. You don't want it like. You don't want
Right.
that.
Yeah.
You just want to.
Well, you want that nutrific value, encased inside.
You don't want it mushed.
You don't want it mushed up.
A little bit crisp. I'm hoping it's going to almost be a little bit crispy as well. You
With
get
all
it
that
in.
steam, I'm not...
Not
I like
helpful.
what you're saying, but I'm thinking, nah.
I looked
So
at
am I.
Otis to see, but obviously he doesn't know because he's never done cauliflower.
Never done cauliflower in it.
Okay, so this is a
Very
first.
quiet.
This is a first. How long? to
20
go?
seconds left. It is quiet.
It is actually. It is.
You could fall asleep with that humming in the background, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could.
I wouldn't advise it.
No.
No.
You might wake up to a kitchen fire.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know, would you? Because it's all safe and switches itself off.
Does
Just
it?
playing devil's advocate.
Yeah,
For the
no,
old-
you've got-
for the
yeah,
old
someone's
fryer.
got to.
Yeah.
It's Ninja in it, so.
Oh,
Across all of their appliances, they always make that noise.
For real?
Even the kettles.
Well, that's not very useful, is it?
Well, you don't know
Because you
which.
think, oh, my cup of tea's ready, and you open the fryer.
also not very ninja because ninjas are silent.
It should be
Yes.
like a, hi-ya!
The
Like that,
ninjas are
shouldn't it?
silent until they've done what they need to do.
Then what do they do?
They go, "Boop."
So what actual ninjas
Yeah,
do that?
yeah. So after they've taken care of what they need to,
Yeah.
whether it be assassination or whatever,
Yeah.
they sheathe their swords,
Mm-hmm.
pick up their ninja stars, and they go, "Boop." True
You
fact.
learn something new, didn't you?
I don't think they
Every
do
day. Look at what's going to... Come on, then. Oh, that does look... No, it's like... Is
It does look a bit crispy, but it looks a bit hard. Stick a fork in, see if
Well,
it's
no,
ready.
no, let's bite into them. Let's Let's get it on camera. ASMR, on mic. Let's just get the reaction, all right? What we're looking for, all right, is that it's got to be thoroughly cooked, but not so much that it gets mushy. Is that right, Suze?
I'm excited about this because obviously this is first. I'm an air fryer virgin.
Yeah.
So I've got a bowl of cauliflower that's been seasoned with exotic spices. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just going to stick the fork in. It's gone in.
But that was a real reassuring sort of.
I didn't have to, knock it in with a hammer.
The spices aren't that exotic. You got them from the market down the bull ring.
That's exotic for some
The
people.
bull ring is incredibly exotic.
Do you mind? There's nowhere more exotic than the bull ring. I'm going down the bull ring. Some spices.
Come on
Right,
then.
here we go. Right, okay, I'm going to go for a bite. I hope it's not too hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks a bit. Do be careful.
That was that reassuring crunch.
Crunch there.
Keep going.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I love that. I love your reaction.
You have just witnessed probably my first Gadget Show cooking related victory.
Do you know what?
We just high-fived for those listening.
I'm just going to tell you something. That is pretty much perfect.
Is it really?
Do you want to have a bite?
No, have your own. There's plenty to go around, look.
Oh,
all excited
why is he
now,
getting
look.
excited? He's going to charge us, that's why.
I don't think he's used to success on this
It's
level.
giving us... No, we're not with cooking.
Thanks.
Got a big one for you.
Thank you.
Oh, I got a spicy bit there.
You've given me a massive one, mate.
Yeah. You are a massive one.
Thank you.
Do you know what? That is... Also,
Are your eyes watering?
a little bit. It's quite hot. How nice is
Oh,
that?
God. That is really good.
Yes!
It's only cauliflower with spices, but that... You know what? I'd just eat that for a meal. That's great.
Oh, water,
Here we go.
water,
Do up for him.
quick.
He's from Cornwall now. He's not used to the spice.
Do you know
They've
what
not
I'm-
reached
If it's
there.
not a pasty, well done, son.
You're welcome.
You've got the absolute back of the net.
Yeah, we've got 2 to go.
To use a chess parlance. What's that?
To use what?
I've no idea what's going on.
Excuse the
chest pilot.
The
Yeah,
chest.
yes, to use a chest pilot.
What's a chest pilot?
I have no idea, but images are flying through my mind.
Right, you've had something to eat. It's now time for a little drink
Absolutely.
afterwards.
Choreograph this
Yeah.
whole thing.
So I've got a hot chocolate for you and some coffee for you.
Oh,
Yeah. But the hot chocolate is being made in the velvetiser from Hotel Chocolat.
Do you know what? When I go in there, because I do like their chocolate to get from my dad, I always look at that and think, oh, I should get one of those from my dad. And then I think, oh, really? Do I need one? Do I need
Let's
one?
find out. Let's find out.
No.
Never been about need. Now, they are pricey. They come in at about 100 quid. But once you taste the hot chocolate that this makes, this is why I stole one. This is why I bought one from the show.
Okay. You stole it?
No,
you bought it.
I was influenced by what I saw on the show.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
I bought
We
one.
understand what that
in go
means.
the chocolate flakes. Now, if you flake up any chocolate, it should still work, but this makes it easier. About 35 grams there. So I'm going to put it down now.
Yeah. And what do you do? Just put the lid
He's
on.
so fluent in
So
this,
can
isn't
I
he?
just
Because he
think-
does this every night. doesn't he?
every night. So I just want to explain the velvetiser that you're showing us here.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit like a kettle, but obviously without a spout. It looks beautiful. It's a kind of copper
Yeah,
colour.
beautiful.
So it would sit nicely on the kitchen top, wouldn't it?
Comes in lots of different colours. So copper, black, white. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. Complements any worktop in kitchens, but it does the job as well. So it gently heats your milk or your milk alternative and melts the chocolate flakes, and then just whisks it up into this creamy.
whisks it?
Yeah, there's a whisking going on in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
sexy.
very. Wow. So that's going to take about 2.5 minutes. While that is going on, my third and final favourite bit of kit.
Come on, let's go.
What it does is it makes a great coffee in less time.
Let's do this, baby.
Okay.
Less
So-
time than a cafetiere.
Less time than a cafetiere. Okay, so
So I've heard about the AeroPress, legendary piece of kit. Never used one.
yeah, so launched in 2005, created by the same guy who invented the Aerobee.
Oh,
The Frisbee.
The Frisbee.
Yes.
Frisbee's
No.
a trade name.
Yes.
Oh, because me and John, we did a Gadget Show feature on throwing. I was terrible at throwing them for some reason. I thought it was going to be good. I didn't want to be.
I thought it was going to be really good.
No, but you know when you just think, oh, I'll be able to do this.
Yeah.
No, I was absolutely hopeless.
No, okay.
Even John was
I just
better
think
than
what
me.
ideas meeting were there when they went, so we've done well with Frisbees. We need to continue the brand
We'll do a
into
coff-
coffee.
yeah.
We're going to go with, rather than the AeroBee, we're going to go with the AeroPress.
I mean, that's the obvious alternative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so what I'm doing is I've put in my coffee grounds
Nice.
Then I'm going to... Oh, what style do you want? Do you want an espresso-ish or do you want a full coffee?
Americano. Black Americano.
Black Americano?
Yes, please, my friend. Just like a filter coffee.
So you're putting in some boiling water.
Adding in some water. Now, so I've put my coffee grounds in. I'm putting in some water, which should ideally be between 85 and 95 degrees. But we've only got a hot tap. So once your water has been added, you stir for 15 seconds.
All right, okay.
That's all.
That's it.
So that sound is me stirring. Stir for 15 seconds.
You could use this on a camp out, couldn't you?
Yes. So it's been incredibly popular.
I've got an idea. Why don't we go and do a wild challenge?
Do a live podcast. Well, record a podcast from inside a tent.
Well, yeah.
Because
On the side of a mountain. What could possibly go wrong?
yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Is that it?
That's it. The whole AeroPress now sits on top of the mug or receptacle of your choice.
Yes.
Okay, and then you gently
It
press.
could be my mouth.
It could be.
It could be me lying on the ground.
I've got an image now.
quite small though,
Jason.
isn't it?
While that's sitting, it doesn't
don't-
need to sit any longer, but I know you like a strong coffee, so I'm going to give it an extra 30 seconds.
Thank you, sir.
Your hot
Meanwhile-
chocolate is done. So I'm now pouring the chocolate, and Jason and Suzi are agog at how velvety and creamy and caramelly and chocolatey this hot chocolate is. I'm
Go,
now,
go.
I'm now passing it across. Before you review it, Suzi, let me just give a gentle squeeze
Oh, look at this guy.
at
Is
this.
multitasking.
to my coffee.
This is my favourite.
So I'm now pushing the plunger down. I'm now pushing the plunger down on my AeroPress, releasing the full flavoured coffee into the mug. I'm now passing it across.
Thank you. And I'm now accepting
Jason
said
Bradbury.
mug.
Right.
Susie Perry. Cheers,
Cheers.
mate.
This is definitely my favourite podcast so far.
Oh, it smells so good. Yeah. Fruity.
So I've just sampled.
Come on.
Oh, goodness me.
Is it good?
It's so creamy.
Is it?
Oh, it's amazing.
Is it really that good?
It's amazing.
I am smiling from ear to ear right now because that's 2 for 2. Come on, Jason.
Right, here we go. It's a nice fruity aroma.
So it works by forcing hot water through your coffee grounds, picking up flavour as it goes out through the spout. So you should get fuller flavour in less time. Always gargling it and everything.
I'm trying to get the... Oh, man, it's gorgeous.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. It's a really full flavour. Like, can't believe you just made a cup of coffee of that quality and strength in that short period of time.
And the popularity of the AeroPress is ridiculous.
Well, I can see why, because you can pop that in a, let alone a
it's
rucksack,
portable,
you
isn't
can put
it?
that in your briefcase.
Take it anywhere with you. There are competitions based around coffees made using this as well. There are gradations on the side, so you can have an espresso type
Change the strength of the
concoction,
coffee.
change the strength of the coffee. So I've been making lattes and cappuccinos. I've been
Tell you
having
what.
small espressos, full Americanos. And I've never really been a coffee drinker, but I so enjoy experimenting with this.
I bet
Well,
the
you've
Italians
nailed it,
hate that.
You came, you conquered, my friend.
He saw as well in the middle.
I thought it was a triplet. That
Yeah.
was missing a bit in the middle.
I would say this hot chocolate is one of the nicest. My dad would go, there's no such word as nicest. This is one of the most gorgeous cups of hot chocolate I've ever had.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I've had a lot. No, I'm going to tell you something. This hot chocolate.
Trust me, Jason. When it comes to hot chocolate, I'm a right old slapper. Trust me, I've had a lot.
I'm a connoisseur of hot chocolate. No, I am.
Yeah.
I've drunk it all over the world, though.
Yeah.
It's one of those drinks that when you're tired, I always have a hot chocolate, which
Yeah.
is a lot when you travel. So I've drunk them in loads of different countries. That is one of the nicest I've ever had.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You don't do much better than that, mate.
I can't, can I?
I'm going to have to get
Spicy
one of those.
cauliflower.
Yeah.
Hey, a beautiful coffee and you know, just about the best chocolate she's ever had.
Doesn't take a lot.
Yeah. You're right. It is a very different take on the Gadget Show. I'm winning.
My friend, we are all winners.
We are
here today.
all winners today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Otis, it's been fantastic seeing
Brilliant,
you again
mate.
today. Thank you so much for coming in.
I've had a blast, guys. Thanks for
Can
asking
you,
me.
though, come in again? periodically and bring us your favourite gadgets or anything that you've noticed or...
right.
Yeah,
Yes, I'd love to.
keep it going.
I'd love to. Yes, thank you.
Fantastic.
But you've set the bar high, my
I
friend.
have now.
you have.
I should have spread them out over the
You can't
course
beat
of
chocolate.
a year or something. You can't beat chocolate. You can't beat or cauliflower.
No, you just
I'm
can't beat
happy
chocolate.
for another coffee gadget.
Yeah.
For real. Always
Okay.
happy to try the coffee, and I'll be finishing this off.
Lovely.
I can
And me
guarantee you
too.
that.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Wonderful.
mate. Welcome to the stereosonic sound, Suzi Perry, of 1983. Where Walkmans and the like were all the rage, where you didn't expect to just sit in your bedroom like you were in the 70s, listen to your music all alone. You could actually get outside and take the music experience with you. And vinyl was not going to be late to the party, according to Audio Technica, when they designed the Sound Burger. Possibly the first, I'm not sure if that's actually the case, but one of very few portable record players. Ah,
I love it.
Isn't it beautiful? So well, it doesn't belong to me. This actually belongs to my friend, but he lent it to me many, many years ago.
And you never gave it back?
I've never given it back. It's actually DJ Tim from Utah Saints.
Yeah, it's probably worth about 500 quid now.
Well, I think it probably is. And this is the OG version from 1983.
And it looks... Gosh, you don't even know how to describe it. So, first of all, Jason's is yellow. It's very 80s looking, I think that's fair to say, very retro. And it kind of opens, so it's the size of a massive flip-flop if you've got a size 12 foot.
Nice,
okay?
nice analogy.
And to open it, you
Yep.
just pull the little switch,
Beautiful.
glides open, and then you've got your record player.
Absolutely
If
amazing.
you're going to a party, you just take it. I mean, I know you can take a record player, but it's a right pain in the bum. But this is so light, you could put it in your bag. You can't put it in your pocket unless you've got massive pockets.
Yeah, you can have like cargo pants on.
Yeah, well, you could probably put it in any of your trousers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And you take it along, and the reason they call it a sound burger is because it actually sandwiches the slab of vinyl in place of a piece of ham in between the two sections. There we go.
so Jason's putting the vinyl on the sound burger.
Hang on, put that on there.
So he's putting the grommet on top of the vinyl and closing the top. There we go.
Yeah.
And it should play.
Well, if this is charged up, there we go.
So this is the new sound burger that you've got there. Oh, come on. I love it.
I know. So you can connect it I've actually connected it via the line out here into the whatever they're called.
But you can connect it via Bluetooth.
You can connect it via Bluetooth. That's the new feature. That and an internalized battery, which you can now charge it. Whereas before in that one, I think it's a couple of double Ds or something. I don't know what they're called, but massive, great big heavy
Were
batteries.
you looking at the sound burger or something else there?
I was looking. I'm no comment.
Okay.
There's a couple of double Ds. That's all I'm saying. All right. And so it was released in 2022.
Yeah.
I think it was the
There's a 60th anniversary, wasn't it, of the company?
of
I
the
think.
company. Yeah, that's right. And so they and it was so popular that they've decided to make it part of the lineup,
That's fantastic.
isn't it? And it's very, very inexpensive, really. Couple of £100.
And what's lovely is that they've kept to the nature of the original.
Yes, I mean, to my eyes, it's identical. And what I always liked about it, I don't think anyone was ever going to bring it, there's pictures in the advertising of people with it on their hip,
Yeah.
kind of roller skating and stuff.
Well,
I don't
but
think...
back in the day, though, it was like that. I mean, people would have ghetto blasters on their shoulder, and they did.
Yeah. Oh,
know-
yeah. I used to break dance outside CNA in Lincoln.
I was going to
with a
say, I
ghetto
remember the
blaster.
cowboy walking around Wolverhampton there was a cowboy in Wolverhampton with it on his shoulder.
There you go. But I think this wouldn't function particularly well in a mobile environment. But your idea of going to a picnic and blowing everyone's mind with it is, absolutely bang on.
It's also a thing of beauty. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the USP, I think, isn't it, really? It's got that retro coolness about it, rather than just, playing something on your phone and sticking a little speaker on and playing it at a picnic. If you took something like this with your records.
Oh, man.
You got your bottle of shampoo or whatever
Yeah.
you're into. That's just so cool.
So it's really good. And obviously there's been... Well, there always is an interest in retro tech, right? But the vinyl revolution, it just keeps on going,
It
doesn't
does,
it?
yeah. And I mean, it's something, as you know, I'm pretty obsessed with getting vinyl. But what's great is if you do buy one, like if you've got one of the original ones, like I said to you, they can get about 500 quid. They're worth buying for the investment.
Proper
I wonder
money.
if these will, appreciate as well in
Well,
because they're quite cheap at the
They
moment.
have. I mean, the thing is, like back in the day, I remember, my dad saying, "Oh, you should keep that," referring to kind of whatever gadget I had in 1983, and I'd be like, "Yeah, sure, it'd be worth it. This bit of plastic. If only I'd known." So you're right. I think it always has value if you can keep it in good condition. Hey, beautiful. What do you think of the choice of music, Suzi?
I actually really like it.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Oh, well remembered.
Thank you.
It's one of your bands.
Yeah,
It's not really, is it?
not really.
But I like it. That's it then for this episode. And if you're not one of our patrons and have enjoyed this episode and can't wait to watch or listen to the next one, then please get on our Patreon page and subscribe. And then you can watch and listen to the very next episode straight away right now.
I love it.
Yeah.
And there's also a heap of other extras to enjoy. Outtakes, Q&As, extra content. And, of course, the opportunity to come and join us in the studio. We've actually had a few of our Patreon members join us already.
We have. Right then, that's it. Love and kisses to Ortis Tech,
Absolutely.
who was a fantastic guest
Brilliant.
today and will be back. Love and kisses to you all out there, and we hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
The Gadget Show podcast with Jason and Suzi was presented by Jason Bradbury and Suzi Perry off the telly. It was produced by Ewan Keel and Tom Clint and is a North One production.